Okay, back to 1998. I was reading this Source magazine, Tribe Called Quest on the front cover. And with the reviews, there's a review about this album. Let's connect those two. Hi, I'm the Hip Hop Collector. hiphopcollector.com. So while reading this Source magazine of 1998, to be more precise, October 1998. If you know the Source, you start reading it. So I'm rereading actually now. And in the end, you always come by the reviews, which is always cool. And for sure now, like over 20 years later, to read them again, it's a cool thing to do. I really like it, to see if the opinions still stand. In this specific Source, the reviews start with A Tribe Called Quest, The Love Movement. It gets 3.5 mics. Next up, Corruption, 3.5 mics as well. I see over here, 3.5 mics is dope. Next up, Cannabis, 3 mics. Flip Mode Squad, The Imperial, 3.5 mics. J.O. Felony, What You Gonna Do, 3.5 mics. Rascass, Rassassination, 3 mics. Exhibit, 40 Days and 40 Nights, 3.5 mics as well. MC Light, 7 and 7, 3 mics. Skullduggery, 3.5 mics. We move on. Shaquille O'Neal, Respect, 3 mics. The Big Timers, 3.5 mics. And the Rough House Survivors, Survival of the Fittest, 2 mics. So most of them got 3 or 3.5, which is dope or good, worth checking out. But then there is one that I did not mention yet. It's the Fat Joe Don Cartagena review. It gets 4 mics, which in my opinion is okay. It's a very dope album. Here you see it again. It's actually the first Fat Joe album, this specific one, that I bought on vinyl. The first 2 solo albums of his I bought first on CD and later on vinyl. But this one, 1998, I still remember, went to the store and then I had my turntable, so I started buying vinyl as well. The only thing I have with this album is there might be a bit too many features on it. Big Pun, Puff Daddy, Nas, Noriega, Raekwon, Jadakiss, Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone, Charlie Baltimore, The Terror Squad. There's hardly any track with only Fat Joe rapping. But the tracks are awesome. Awesome production. Buckwild, DJ Premier, DJ Les, many more. This album rocks. I still remember this one as being a dope album. The first Fat Joe album will always remain my favorite one because it's dark and grimy. The second one was also awesome. And then you had this one, Don Cartagena. Wow. No, when re-listening to it, I was pleasantly surprised because I have a lot of stuff. I listen to a lot of things, but sometimes some albums go a bit into the dark in my collection, and from time to time, maybe on Spotify, a track plays from a certain album, but then to relive an album completely, just put it on the turntable, which is standing here right next to me, and give it another spin and thoroughly listening to it while reading the review, that's cool. I love it. I'll read you a little bit about the review. Boricua Morena, yeah, you know the chant and the song. And if you know anything about hip-hop, you heard that Big Pun is now the first Latino solo rap artist to go platinum. But before Pun had his chance to shine, there was his brother from another mother, his mentor, a ghetto gold rap cat with platinum respect. Fat Joe, aka Joey Crack, aka Kaiser Sosa. Cool. That was the intro of the review. I'll read you also the ending. Following in his footsteps of B.I.G., Joe has successfully delivered his most radio-accessible records. While the happy and peppy vibes of the Bone Thugs featured good times, maybe a little bit too much of the Ice Grill Thugs out there, Don Cartagena proves that years in the rap game have paid off. With his talented terror squad behind him, Fat Joe's latest will satisfy not just his fellow Boricuas, but the entire hip-hop nation. Correct! 4 mics, I think, like I said, that is a correct representation of this album. I'm gonna quickly check what 4 mics actually mean. Slamming, definite satisfaction. Cool, because 4.5 mics is a superior. No, 4 is okay for me. Let me know in your comments what you think about this album. Is this your favorite Fat Joe album or not? What are your favorite tracks? Is it okay to get 4 mics for this album? Let me know, I'm very curious. If you're watching this on YouTube, go and subscribe. If you're not watching this on YouTube, hello, I have a YouTube channel. You can always go there, subscribe. Let me know in the comments, I'm really curious because this is a really cool album. Fat Joe, Don Cartagena. Go and check it out, put it on again and have a good listen to it. And see you all in the next episode. Peace. hiphopcollector.com